Hello friends, this is Barbara from Wigs and Fluff. Today I have on a new wig, and this is the Alyssa in Sparkling Champagne by Envy. This is another Envy wig. This one is the Alyssa in Sparkling Champagne. Now, this particular wig is fairly good wig, but it tends to be very high on the front. Lots of permatease. It rides really high. So I've used some of this sea salt spray on it, and I've tried to make it a little bit more piecey, and I've tried to work with it a little bit. It's not one that you're going to be able to just put it on and go. It just isn't. So you have to know that. I'll show you the side. There's the side of it. It's a very pretty wig. Very pretty. And I'll show you the back. See how at the top it doesn't want to lay down real well. That's a little bit of a problem. It tends to be piecey. There. Sprayed it with that sea salt. That's making it a little bit more piecey. And then over on this side, so you see can you see those little hairs sticking up, the alfalfa effect? So lots of permatease, lots of those little permatease hairs standing up. So this is what I'm dealing with the Alyssa by Envy. Okay, it's got so much permatease up here that it's really hard to control. So I'm going to take it off. Don't be too shocked. Here we go. And I'm going to look inside and see what we see. Okay, now you can see that there's not much net here. There's not much of the lace here. Not too much lace, not net, but lace. All the rest, all the way around, is open weave. So it's going to be a nice cool wig for summer. It's a basic cap. It's beautiful. And here's the felt for the front. It's all a beautiful wig. It's very nice. But it's got a lot of permatease, so I'm surprised there's only that little bit much of the lace. So I'm going to put it on again, and it's going to be a little bit messy to begin with. Phyllis Diller, if you remember her. Okay. Now this one tends to want to come straight down forward. See, I told you it was going to be a little difficult to begin with. This is not one that you can just put it on and go. This is one that you've got to work with and make it get into place. Got to work with it a bit. But once you do, it's a pretty wig. It works really nicely. Once you work with it a bit, it wants some attention to begin with. But there's still problems up here at the top where it wants to stick straight up and fly really high. And sometimes that's a giveaway of a wig, that it's a wig when it sticks up on the top like that, right up there, the alfalfa look. And y'all know how I feel about the alfalfa look. I really don't care for that. But sometimes you get that when there's a lot of permatease. So I'm going to show you again the side. There it is at the side. It's a pretty little wig. It really is. And then the back. Now I've worked on this wig and I've worked on it. And here's the side. Look, you see the pointy stuff up here at the top? I don't like that either, where it sticks so straight up, it looks pointy. So it needs a bit of work. I will say that much. The Alyssa will need some tender care. And you'll have to wash it a little bit more often because you're going to be using hairspray, water, and sea salt spray or something of that nature with it. You just are. So it's going to take some work with this one. It's a nice wig. It's a pretty wig. It's in Sparkling Champagne, which is a beautiful color by Envy. Beautiful, beautiful color. So those are my thoughts on the Alyssa. Really, I kind of like it. It does take some time, and I'm thinking throughout the day, I'm going to wear it all day. Throughout the day, I'm thinking that I'm going to have issues right up here on the top. It's going to keep going back up there and standing up straight and becoming pointy. And that's the sign of a wig. So that is a concern with this wig, that it doesn't stay, it doesn't easily work out. So it does take some time to work with this one. Now, I want to talk to you today about faith in Jesus. I know we've been through some hard times in this country just the last few days with a big, huge hurricane that came through and tore up all of Florida, tore up North Carolina, South Carolina, parts of Virginia, and on up, and it's still going up as a tropical storm. We need to keep our faith and our eyes glued on Jesus, because he is the one that's going to help us through this. He is going to hold our hand and get us through this. I pray for these people in Florida. I've been praying for them. I prayed for these people in North Carolina and in South Carolina, and I pray that God will be with them. And when the sun comes out today and the clouds go away, that they will be able to repair the damages in North Carolina, South Carolina, and I pray for Florida. There are parts of Bradenton, Punta Gorda, and that area on the west coast that's going to Sanibel Island. We don't know what in the world happened. The whole bridge got collapsed out there, so I've been there, and it makes me sad to see that happened. But hurricanes happen. We get them every year, just about every year, and it hits in different places, and they're probably not new to hurricanes, and they will rebuild. I know that they will rebuild. They've got a good governor, and they've got a good infrastructure, and I'm just praying for them that the Lord will be with them and that they will rebuild. I know he will. So that's my story for today, standing on faith. And remember to read your Bible, pray, and go to church. Bye.